my goodness, Aries. It's so hot today. It is, and not only is it super warm today, but it is also, it's also August, which means we're halfway through the year. 2020 is halfway done, which is a little hard to believe. It just has flown by, at least for me. So with that, okay, so my brain, I think my brain is melting today. All right, this is your monthly August energy reading for soul and healing messages. And let's take a look and see what Spirit has to say for you. So while I'm shuffling, I'm going to call Spirit in to bring forward any messages that are here for you for the month of August. Spirit, please allow me to be a clear channel for any messages that come forward for Aries in the month of August. First card out, Aries, is awakening. So what is awakening in you? What is getting stirred up in you? This feels like an awakening on a lot of different levels, so not just what we traditionally think of as a spiritual awakening, but an awakening of, it's like waking up to yourself, waking up to your life, looking through new eyes. You're seeing things differently. You are, I mean, really, there's kind of an evaluation of everything around you, this evaluation of, is this the career I meant to be in? Is this in some cases, is this the relationship I meant to be in? What does my role as a parent look like to me? And is there some way that I want to do that differently? So there's awakening on many, many levels, both spiritual, energetic, physical, intellectual, emotional. I see it, I'm being shown like the opening of a lotus flower, the opening of a flower. There's these petals, and each petal is like a new layer of this awakening, a new layer of this awareness. Beautiful energy, Aries. All right, so let's jump in and see what my Spirit has to share with you. Spirit, allow me to be a clear channel for the energy and healing messages coming forward for Aries in the month of August. Thank you. Freedom is yours. Be here now and lay a foundation. Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. I feel like for some of you, this is the energy of a sense of breaking free. Like maybe you have been abiding by the status quo. Maybe you've been, living life pretty traditionally, and now there's part of you that really wants to break free. I'm also feeling like for some of you, there's been an ending. This may be the ending of a relationship, the ending of a job, something where there's a parting of ways, and you're just now in the process of recognizing that this change, although you didn't expect it, seek it, or want it, is now opening you up to this whole new sense of freedom, and very much allowing you to unfold like that lotus flower. So now you have an opportunity to begin to awaken in these new ways that wouldn't have happened otherwise. Be here now, hummingbird spirit. Enjoy the nectar of life. Enjoy what is in front of you. That can be a really hard lesson especially as we're in the middle of a lot of change and shift and things that feel outside of our control. And yet there's something really, really powerful in the message of be here now. This is, I get this, for some of you, this is a meditation, and maybe practicing a mindful meditation or a meditation around presence. What I'm hearing is that, hold on, let me see if I can decipher this message. In the freedom, in this space of freedom, especially for those of you where there's been a major change or shift and you weren't necessarily seeking this freedom, oftentimes when we find ourselves in that place, we are looking for solid ground. Actually, here's lay a solid foundation. So the foundation can feel really wobbly beneath us, and it causes us to reach out in ways that maybe we wouldn't otherwise. And sometimes that's a good thing, right? We're being creative and we're finding new pathways to walk. But sometimes it can be almost neurotic, where we're afraid, so we start reaching out and grasping at anything that looks like a solid foundation. So the hummingbird spirit is reminding us that rather than reaching out for a floaty, like if you're in the ocean and you've gone overboard and you're trying desperately to find a floaty, but actually there's a boat coming, it's right behind you, and if you just take your eyes off the floaty, you'll see that the boat coming to rescue you is like right behind you. So that's about being present. When we're too overly focused on survival or overly focused on doing things a certain way, we miss the bigger opportunity, we miss the bigger picture. And as I said, Beaver Spirit, this is laying a solid foundation. So for some of you, this might be about creating a new foundation. What I'm seeing, the picture that I'm getting is like taking bricks from a building that has fallen apart. It's like a tower has come down, and you're taking the bricks from one tower and you're starting to build the foundation of something new, but you're only taking the pieces that are working for you. You're only taking the pieces that are strong, the bricks that are solid, the bricks that were made well. So you're bringing all of your strengths, all of the lessons learned, all of the important things, you're bringing that forward into this new way of being, into this new building that you have, that you're creating. It's quite lovely. Spirit, what more does Aries need to know for the month of August? For some of you, I'm hearing the word loyalty. I don't know who that resonates with, but that's coming through for someone on this, watching this video. Oh my goodness. The cards feel so sticky. They feel so sticky. Sticky and slippery. Is that possible? Can they be both at the same time? Okay. So under the horse spirit, freedom is yours, we're getting journey. This is in alignment. That's a very similar energy about, unfolding, stepping into this space of being free, having a chance to now explore things that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. So this, sometimes when I get the journey card, it feels kind of internal, like an internal journey. I'm feeling for many of you in the month of August, this is an external journey. This is going to be like looking into things, looking into investigating new, new things that you're interested in, like spiritual writing or new ways of eating, or new ways that you want to, live your lifestyle, like creating change in your lifestyle. So this journey feels like a layer of this change, I'm getting reinventing yourself. There's more messages here. Let me get some additional clarification on this card. What more can we know about this journey card for Aries? There's also something here for someone about books. I think I said that already about reading books. I also feel like for some of you, or at least one of you, this is about writing a book. So someone may be thinking about writing a book about your journey, about your experience, but it could also be a fantasy book, about someone else's journey. We have the Lovers. Let me take a quick look at these and see what messages are coming through. So we have the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, the Empress, Ten of Swords, and King of Swords. Oh boy, okay, so several messages here. Some of you are seeking relationships. Some of you are seeking partnership right now. It may be that there was the end of a partnership, but for those that are ready, you are in preparation for your partner, for your soulmate, for your true love. You are in preparation of that. Seven of Wands. There was a situation here in the past that allowed you to feel guarded and defensive, and where you had to really go inward and in a way kind of cut yourself off, cut your feelings off, cut yourself off from this other person or this situation. And you're in the process of recovering from that. You're now starting to recognize that you are cut off, and that you want to make a change around that. We have the Ten of Swords. The energy of this card feels to me, it's like you're walking away from other people's ideas. You're walking away from other people's opinions. You're walking away from the expectations of others, and you're walking into an unknown space, but you're doing so with a sense of awareness and a sense of you're putting your fear aside. You're not allowing fear to keep you from moving forward. And you're having to ignore the voices of these other people and really tune in and listen to your own inner wisdom. And I feel like that's confirmed here with the King of Swords. King of Swords energy feels similar to me as this journey energy. It's like you're looking into it's like this mental and emotional adventure that you're on. And again, for some of you, this may be a genuine physical journey where that might be possible in your life. But for others of you, this is a mental and emotional and spiritual journey, turning over a new leaf, turning over, I'm seeing stones turning over stones, no stone unturned. So you're really looking at everything you're looking at the situation from every angle. You're looking at yourself from every angle. And you're looking for external, not validation, but resources and information that will help you to evolve your thinking, that will help you to evolve your awareness about this situation or about yourself. And then finally we have the Empress. Let me get clarification on the Empress. Seven of Swords popped out. I feel like the Seven of Swords is that past energy. That's the energy of like, can be the energy of deception. But you're walking into the light, and I feel like this was, again, you know, following other people's expectations of you, or listening to what they have said to you and taking them at their word. But you're walking into the light, and you've been very guarded and defensive about this, and wounded about it, but you're walking into the light. And I feel like this Empress energy, this could go a couple different ways. This Empress energy could be someone in your life who is someone or something in your life that is representing to you the place that you want to evolve into. It's a sacred place. It's like having total abundance, femininity, and by femininity I do not mean gender, I just mean the energy of femininity, creativity, receptivity, tenderness, love, compassion. So there may be someone or something in your life that represents that for you, and you're moving toward that person or moving toward that situation. And the reason that it's holding this interest for you is because it is actually a part of yourself. This Empress energy is actually part of you, and it's starting to awaken in this process. This beautiful Empress energy is starting to awaken in you. And so you're now beginning to gravitate towards things that reflect this energy in you. That's very beautiful. Under Be Here Now, we have the Appreciation card in reverse. I'm getting a lot of frustration with this card. I'm getting that there's some frustration, some stickiness, some agitation. Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers on that and see what more we can learn. Again, I feel like this is situational, so it may be that there's a situation in your current energy here and now that is triggering some of this frustration, agitation, restlessness, resentment, almost resentment. I'm also getting for some of you that you're feeling unappreciated. So we had a lot of cards as clarifiers for this. So we have the Ten of Wands. This is putting down your burdens. Let me get one clarifier on the Ten of Wands. There's something here. So there's part of you that feels like, again, this message goes both ways. So if you put down your burdens, if you put them down and you walk away from them, you want to be walking into a space of independence, into a space of maturity, into a space of security, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're held. But for others of you, it feels like either you feel like you're walking away from that sense of security, and you're not sure if you walk in that direction, you're not sure if you'll actually find it. You're a little afraid. So there's some stickiness around that, a little bit of fear around that. We have the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. for some of you, this may be about a situation you're looking toward in the future. Remember this first card out is be here now, but some of your energy is already off into the future. It's already looking ahead at what could be, what could I build, what do I need to do? And it's causing some inner turmoil because you feel like you have to make a decision about it, but you don't have all the information yet. So I also feel like that's the reminder of be here now, is like the information that you need will come to you in the right time, but you don't have that right now. The King of Cups, I feel like, is also representing the be here now energy. It also represents for me in this reading a connection with, it's different energy than this. This is a connection with someone in your current environment who, this could be a brother, an uncle, a father figure, or a very, very close male friend. And it feels like a male person, but again, gender is, fluid in tarot. It could be more just the essence of that person. But this is a person who supports you emotionally. This is a person who, they feel solid and they just kind of get it. They just kind of get stuff. So I'm getting that this person in your environment would be someone good to connect with and consult with on what you're going through. And then finally we have Page of Wands. There's a lightness to this energy, but it's also a feeling of, it's like you're trying to be light. It's like you recognize all of these things happening, and so you're not forcing yourself, but you're trying to stay focused on the lightness of the situation so that you continue forward and have as much joy in the experience as possible. And you're doing it. You're being successful at it. You're being successful. And then finally we have the Door to Value. This is a card of stepping into abundance, but it's also about this is also a card of allowing abundance. The abundance is already there, and you're just opening the door and allowing it to flow into you. So part of this laying a solid foundation for some of you might be about abundance. It might be about financial security, financial well-being. But the effort here, you have a particular perception about the effort that it's going to require to have this occur. And the message is that your job is to be in a space of allowing, receptivity, being in that Empress energy. The abundance is there, and now it's just a matter of creating space to allow it to come in. And energetically speaking, it's about giving ourselves permission not to toil over things, not to be so focused on the details of something that we actually miss the abundance that's available to us. So let's get some additional clarifiers and see what more is here for you, Aries. I'm hearing the words change of career. So for some of you, you may be looking at a career change, and you may be feeling, wondering if now is the time to do that. All right, let's start with this. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This has a very Aries kind of quality to it. It's very much like, doing the hard work, planting the seeds, and allowing them to grow. So I feel like there is a shift in your perspective around this situation. There is a shift that's happening. You're beginning to recognize that things don't always go quickly, right? But it requires your energy and attention if you want it to grow. The message that's coming through, let's see if I can translate this. The message coming through is, one is not to be impatient, because when you're impatient, you're not giving the right energy to the situation. When you're able to focus on what is happening and you nurture and nourish the situation, you're imbuing the situation with your energy, and your energy is the creative spark. Your energy, it's like feeding, it is very much like feeding a plant. You are the food for the plant, right? So whatever this situation is for you, where you're feeling impatient about it, this is requiring a higher level of your understanding about the situation, and to see it from a new perspective where, again, what I'm hearing is the energy that you put into this is part of laying this foundation. And you can't see it yet. It's very, very subtle. But what you're offering this situation is going to make it and allow it to be very, very successful later. Yeah. Let's see if there's any additional clarifiers. Too many cards. Any additional clarifiers here for Aries? Thank you. We have double energy, Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. So the Six of Pentacles, let's start with this one. This is very much for you about in your mental state. This is very much about give and take, and you're a little bit stuck in this idea that it has to look a certain way, and that the give and take has to look a certain way, that it has to be concrete. You have to be able to visibly see it. And what I'm suggesting in the Seven of Pentacles is that you might not actually see the energetic give and take or the energetic flow of this situation until much later. It seems to be triggering something for you, whatever this situation is for you. It's triggering a feeling of a loss of control, self-doubt, worry, and you're just feeling very disempowered right now in that situation. But this is actually your energy in this situation, is Queen of Swords, which is that you, I love this card. It's like the captain of your own ship. You are truly the captain of your own ship. You are truly in control in the way that you can control what you give to this situation. You can control your emotions around it and how you perceive it and how you behave about it. And you can be decisive, and you can have clarity, and you can be a leader. And I'm hearing the words, and it's filled with heart. So while you're in this space of trying to navigate this situation and feeling a little out of your element, you are being driven by your heart. You are motivated by your heart. And finally, we have the Ten of Cups, which is, it's the ultimate wish fulfillment. The ultimate coming together of, so the coming together of whatever this unfolding is for you and whatever this circumstance is for you, this is the ultimate coming together. And Edward has come to agree here. So let's take a look at final outcomes and final messages for you, Aries. All right, let's look at final messages and advice. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So whatever the situation is for you, it's also about believing in yourself. and trusting. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I always feel like gratitude is such an important message, right? It really helps to center and ground us in the moment, to help us be here now, be present. It allows us to really truly appreciate everything that is here now. All right, a couple more messages for you. Interesting card. You are an ocean of light, unfolding through the infinite space of life. Through the space between each thought, you can see your true immortal nature. The oneness of spirit that dreamt itself into the many is part of you. Like a whirlwind from heaven, it appears and reappears in its endless forms. And I like to do these soul messages as well. Soul messages for Aries. And this is also kind of around what may need some healing, you know, what you may need to be looking at in the month of August. Am I willing? Are you on the edge of something great? Can you feel it? Yes. There is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain. And vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. It's possible. Very beautiful reading, Aries. With that, I wish you much love in the month of August, and we will see you back in September. Blessings.